check, 1, 2.
Welcome back to Jolly's Rants. I'm Jolly the Patriotic Puppet, and here's your rant. And today, we're covering more celebrity meltdowns. Oh, these stupid celebrities, they all think they know what's best for you, the American people, while they're elite, rich, living in their gated communities with their $1 million mansions and their private in-home chefs. Fuck these people. They are absolutely a disgrace, and we're going to roast them. But before we do, make sure to slap that like button right there if you would, please, and make sure to hit that subscribe, because I need all you patriots to help join this channel, take it to the next level as we make Muppets great again. All right, guys, now let's get into our first celebrity meltdown. Here we go. All right, first one off the bat, we got ourselves famous lawyer George Conway, who's also been very well known and very outspoken to be anti-Trump throughout the years. Anyway, Conway here has got a few things to say about Trump, and I sense some liberal tears starting to squirt here, folks. Get your cups ready, as I think we're about to quench the thirst, if you know what I'm saying. Roll the clip.
I'm going to get moist-eyed here again. Or whatever it is that these people seem to be. And I went so far, actually, yesterday to Arnold and Porter. That also was very moving because something people want, and I wanted, and us. We're all in this together, rule of law. And some people just don't give a shit, and that makes me angry. Granddaughters of Judge Rifkin had to I'm going to get moist-eyed here again.
You lose.
Yes! Oh, let me taste your tears, Scott. Your tears are so yummy and sweet. Oh, the tears of unfathomable sadness. Yummy.
So that was just a little montage of his crying and sniffling and sobbing over Trump. If you want to see the full clip, you can look it up. He really doesn't do much but bitch and complain and moan through the whole thing. But I thought I'd give you just a little montage of some liberal tears to help fill up your cup to get through the rest of this video. Thanks, Conway. We're all full now. We can enjoy our drink as we enjoy the rest of this video. Thanks to you, sucker. What a piece of shit. Anyway, tuck and roll, bitch. All right, now that our cups are full, I wanted to take a quick moment to point out old Bill Maher here. So last week, Bill Maher went and visited the president and had himself a little sit down, and things didn't go exactly to plan for the libtards, unfortunately. So we're going to take a little look here at some of the aftermath of Bill Maher's dinner with the man. Yeah, that's right. All right, let's see what happens. Roll the clip.
I just wanted to report exactly what I saw. I did it to the best of my abilities.
Counterpoint?
Yes.
Counterpoint?
Yeah.
You know, Bill, I think you're right in saying that people have made too much of this, okay? It's not the Ulta Summit. You're not Churchill. Kid Rock is not Stalin. Trump sure as shit is an FDR, okay? So, yes, I believe too much has been made about this, but I think you've fallen into the trap. I think I represent 99% of the internet when I say this, is that you've played the game of proximity is principle. And what people are worried about is not your motivation. We believe you. We love you, Bill. Everybody loves Bill, right? So, I'm not questioning your motivation. I'm questioning Trump's, okay? And if we can say that you went there in good faith, but maybe, just maybe, he wasn't there in good faith. I mean, you sold him on the Iran deal and he took it in. I mean, give me a break, okay? So the idea here is that your motivation is sound, but what's the impact? And I think a lot of people out there, fans of yours, people who love you, people who are fans of you, like me, I've been fans of you.
You don't have to patronize me, dude.
Okay.
I don't know you. I never met you.
I'm just saying that this comes
not
from a place
everybody
of
has
love.
to like it.
All I'm
That's
saying
what we
is-
said. There are people who didn't want it to happen at all. You sound like one of them. It's
No,
okay.
no.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Like, what is the alternative to not talking? Just sit at your lunch table and don't talk to anybody?
I have talked to him. I've interviewed Trump. Here's his interview.
That's just not an interview. This was not an interview.
I agree with the principle of engagement. I'm just saying, from his perspective, you have to understand that people out there know, all Americans know, that for him, this was a PR stunt. And in his view, you were a prop in that PR stunt.
What a little rat-fink piece of shit. I cannot believe that little asshole sitting there trying to call Bill out on his own show like that. That is ridiculous. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, but he got put in his place just like he should. And Pierce Morgan is another one that tends to reach across the aisle and talk to other people. Hell, he's had friends of mine on his show, Gary from Nerdrotics, and of course the Critical Drinker, and he's willing to listen to the other side of things, and I can appreciate that. And then Bill going out of his way to have Trump have a dinner with Trump was a good thing. I don't see anything wrong with that. And the fact that he came back and said it was a good dinner and he had a good conversation and things went well, the lefties just can't fucking handle it. And that's what's wrong with these people. They just can't see past their own asshole. And it's sad. It's pathetic. And you should take a lesson from Bill here. I'm not a fan of Bill as far as his politics go. I agree with him on some things, but not much. And as far as his rhetoric towards Trump, yeah, he said some stupid shit throughout the years, but I got to give him credit where credit's due. And he made sure to put down the gauntlet and go break bread with the man. And there's nothing wrong with that. So fuck anybody who says so. Anyway, much love to you, Bill. Good job. Keep it up. And hopefully, eventually, you'll finally see the ways of MAGA and put on that red hat once and for all. Tuck and roll. All right, next on the block, we got ourselves Lizzo. Lizzo, that extremely obese rapper chick that got a lot of flack for losing weight from the left because they were all about that body positivity, all about that garbage. So she's lost some weight, but hate to tell you, Lizzo, you're still fat and you shouldn't be wearing clothes like that. But anyway, speaking of not wearing clothes like that, here she is wearing a shirt that's literally calling out Trump. Wouldn't you know it? Of course. And there ain't much to this video. It just shows her fat ass jiggling around. Here, I'll play it real quick just to show you. You lose.
That's a huge bitch.
America is terrified. Yeah, we've seen this before. Celebrities trying to put on shirts to make political statements on where they stand. But what you're really doing is you're segregating your fan base. Because if there was anybody who voted for Trump that actually liked your music, well, they may be having second thoughts now. But you go ahead and destroy your own career. That's fine. These dumbasses, these celebrities, and these musicians, they think they got some kind of prowess when it comes to the political spectrum, but they really don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because most of them are pampered and lived in a life of luxury pretty much from the get-go. Lizzo, you're stupid, and your little comeback here ain't gonna amount to much. You don't have the left on your side because of the body positivity, and now you're calling out the Trump side of the political sphere. And you can see from here that this is basically self-sabotage, and Lizzo will be a thought of the past here real soon. I think you've hit your peak, Lizzo, and it's time for you to go ahead and accept the fact that you are becoming irrelevant. Tuck and roll, fat stuff. Speaking of irrelevant rappers of the past, we got ourselves YG here, yes. Who's YG? Well, it doesn't really matter because he sucks, and I think he had maybe one hit wonder back in the day, and he's still trying to stay relevant, but that's just not happening. And here he makes a complete ass of himself. Oh my God, I can't believe what I'm seeing here, but believe it, it's true. Check this out, folks. This is ridiculous. So he invited a person up on stage to call out Trump. Well, things didn't quite go the way he planned. Go ahead and roll the clip.
I spotted you out in the crowd. I asked you if you with Donald Trump. You said you don't know. So since you don't know, I need you to make up your mind tonight. I need you to say your name. I want you to state your name because I know your mama, your daddy, your grandmama, your grandfather is watching. I want you to state your name and get all fuck down with Trump. No, you won't. Get his ass out of here. Get him out the stand. Get out of here. Get a Donald Trump supporter. Get his ass out of here.
I said no. He proceeded to push me in the shoulder, tell me to get off the stage. He called me a racist. He slandered my name in front of everyone. Then they were like, well, we advise you to leave though, because YG just put a target on your back and a lot of people are going to be upset with you that you didn't curse the president. Then I started getting hate comments online from all over. It blew up on Twitter, it blew up on Instagram, it blew up on different news sites. It wasn't like I was defeated or anything, but YG called me a racist in front of thousands of people. He thinks that's something that makes him a man. If he was a man, he wouldn't have needed to use a 17-year-old to make his political statement.
Isn't it sad that a 17-year-old boy, basically, he ain't no man yet. He's definitely got some learning and some growing to do still, but he sounds like a genuine adult here in the situation. And then you got YG probably doing a bunch of cocaine or crack before a show. Just a piece of shit rapper that basically it's not talented at all. His music sucks. You don't even need to look it up. Just trust me on that one. Oh my God. But this kid right here, he took the high ground. And I got to give him credit for that. He probably got harassed like a motherfucker. And he's right. He had a target on his back as soon as he got off that stage. He's lucky he didn't get shot or mobbed or something like that. Crazy shit, guys. And, you know, let's flip the script. Let's change it up. Let's say YMCA was doing a concert, right? And all of a sudden, they spotted somebody who wasn't quite sure about Joe Biden, right? And then they brought him up on the stage, and they're like, you need to say fuck Joe Biden because your grandma and your mom are all watching and blah, blah, blah. And then basically try to call him out and then kick him off the stage when they don't do what they tell him to do, right? You need to think like me or you're nothing. Meh. It's all a bunch of bullshit, folks, and it just shows how fucked up this side of the political spectrum really is. They are a hateful bunch. They are an evil bunch, and they don't care about nothing but themselves. And they cannot see past their own assholes to understand that the people are just going to have different opinions. And it doesn't mean you have to call them out or hate them for it or put a target on their back every time you disagree. It's sick. It's twisted and it's fucked up. And this shit needs to stop before shit really hits the fan. You know what I'm saying? Stand by your principles. Stand by your facts. Stand by your truth. And the rest will lead the way, folks. Anyway, good job, kid. And fuck YG, tuck and roll, asshole. All right, going from one piece of shit rapper to another piece of shit rapper to another piece of shit rapper. That's right. We got a triple dip here of dipshits in the hip-hop spectrum. And this guy is no different. I'd like to introduce you to Lil Nas X, who completely baffled his fan group, right? He came out with a hit song. He's an industry plant. And if you don't know what that means the industry handpicks people to put out in front and make them stars for certain political reasons that they want to push across. Usually it has to do with sexuality, and this is how they got him. So what they did was they picked him up and they put him out in front and center, put out a hit song, Riding the Horse or whatever the hell it was called. And of course it did really well. And then he went and made a remix with Billy Ray Cyrus, gave it a nice country twist. And I ain't gonna lie, I enjoyed the song when it first came out. And I thought, all right, well, let's see what this kid's all about. And I kid you not, he was going to like schools and performing the song in front of kids, right? Getting all these people and youngsters to support him. And then, once he was finally on top, then he decided to come out as gay and then started making videos about lap dances on Satan's lap and giving Satan a blowjob and showing provocative gay stuff in prison scenes in his videos. Absolutely disgusting, degenerate behavior. This guy is a literal piece of shit. Well, looks like karma has hit old Lil Nas X here. He ain't feeling so well. He's over here in the hospital. I wonder why. Let's take a look.
And when I smile, this is me doing a full smile right now, by the way. It's like, what the fuck? Bro, I can't even laugh right, bro. What the fuck? Oh my God. So... oh my God, bro. So, yeah.
You lose.
Stop it. Get some help.
Von Dutch is still a thing? I was just looking at his hat there, right? I haven't seen anybody wear Von Dutch in, God, maybe 15, 20 years, something like that. Wow. Okay, well, I guess it's coming back. I don't know. Either way, look at that. I wonder what's wrong with you, buddy. Could it have been the Jabby, 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 jab? By chance, maybe? I don't know, but you're definitely having some side effects from something. Maybe from puffing a few too many Peters. Somebody dropped a load in your mouth that had some poison in it. I don't know. But this facial paralysis thing seems to be a side effect of a little-known injection that was going around a few years ago. And it's happened to a couple celebrities now. And this it couldn't have happened to a better person than this piece of shit. Oh my God. So anyway, Lil Nas X here is having a hard time dealing with his new ailment, but I personally feel that it's an improvement. Fuck you, you ass. Coming through and indoctrinating children to like your music and then turn around and do horrible music videos of giving literally Lucifer himself a lap dance. It was the most disgusting thing I think I've ever seen in a music video. That's your Lil Nas X, yes. And as far as I'm concerned, your career is over. And hopefully you become a stain on the past of the hip-hop industry. This is what's wrong with the hip-hop industry these days, folks. Guys like this have completely destroyed it, and it sucks. But either way, it doesn't matter now, because he's got bigger problems on his hands. Tuck and roll, you bitch. All right, next on the chopping block, we got, well, not so much Mickey Rourke, but the other person in this video, Jojo Siwa, I don't know. I guess it's some chick from some show from back in the day. And this show is called Big Brother. It's been a show that's been going on, a reality show, for, oh man, good part of 20 plus years now. Why it's still around is beyond me, but whatever. And Mickey Rourke was invited to the Big Brother show. He didn't last long, needless to say. But that's because he speaks the real, he speaks his truth, and he speaks his mind. And these dumb shits just couldn't handle it. Oh my God, witness this and have yourself a little laugh. Roll the clip.
I need a fag.
Not talking to you. You can't say that, Mickey. I know, but I was talking about a cigarette. I know. You can't justify it because it's not right. You can't try and justify things which aren't right.
What I felt when you were over there was like you had my back. And that, to be honest, we've known each other less than 24 hours. You have no reason to have my back.
Because it's right and wrong, though, isn't
But it's between right and wrong, and that meant a lot. So
yeah, it's not about having your back. It's like,
yeah,
there's right and then there's wrong. Come on. Wait. You're getting upset, aren't you? Have a little cry. No crying is my favourite therapy.
Well,
come on.
Welcome in.
Snuggling. It's a clean t-shirt as well.
You lose.
Emotional damage.
Aw, did you get your fifis hurt? Did Mickey call you out and make fun of you? Aw, he specifically said that he wasn't talking to you. But we all know he pretty much was. He was talking shit, and I think it's hilarious. And it just goes to show that these guys, their fifis get hurt, and they have little meltdowns, and just can't handle it because they're all fucked up in the head. I wonder how many pills this bitch is on, how many antidepressants. You could tell she ain't even comfortable in her own skin. And it's pathetic that you feel like one little stupid snide remark like that is just going to ruin your day. Welcome to the real world, bitch. Whatever you do, don't get on the internet. You won't last long. Sad and pathetic, but I think it's hilarious. And much love to Mickey Rourke for staying true to his character. I like this guy even more now. I think I'm going to go watch Expendables after this. Tuck and roll, bitch. All right, next on the chopping block, we got ourselves Molly Ringwald. Yeah, there's a name you haven't heard for a while. She was famous back in the 80s for John Hughes films like 16 Candles and, of course, The Breakfast Club. And she was a high school sweetheart type of girl. Everybody had a little bit of a crush on her, especially if you're a fan of the Gingers. But this one has gone off the deep end, folks. Yep, she's completely lost her shit, and I can see why she hasn't had any kind of prowess or acting career in, oh, good God, what, 40 years now, something like that? Either way, this is pathetic. So they had a Comic-Con not too long ago where I guess the cast came back to celebrate 40 years of The Breakfast Club, right? And Molly Ringwald was asked on stage, and unfortunately I can't find a clip of this, so I'm just going to have to tell you what happened. But she was on the stage, and supposedly they asked her, what do they think about making a remake of The Breakfast Club after all these years, right? And God knows we need another remake, right? They need to cut that shit out in Hollywood. Come up with some creative ideas, you assholes. But either way, Molly said, well, let me just read to you what her response was to that. She says, I personally don't believe in remaking that movie because I think this movie is very much of its time, said Ringwald, who played popular girl Claire Standish. It resonates with people today, she continued. I believe in making movies that are inspired by other movies, but build on it and represent what's going on today. This is very, it's very white, this movie. You don't see a lot of different ethnicities. We don't talk about gender, none of that. And I feel like that really doesn't represent our world today. Unbelievable. This bitch. Oh, wow. What happened to just making a good movie with some good actors and a good premise and a good story, no matter what their gender is or what their ethnicity is? Just make a good movie. And I think this is ridiculous that she had to come out and pull the race card on this bullshit and throw her own movie, or basically her most famous movie, right under the bus. What a piece of shit. Unbelievable. I'll be avoiding this bitch if I ever go to a con. That's for sure. Anyway, Molly, go back to that rock that you crawled out from underneath. We don't need to see you anymore. Tuck and roll, bitch. All right, next on the chopping block, we got Katy Perry. That's right, Katy Perry and a mob of insufferable bitches got shot up into space and unfortunately came back. It's been all over the news last week about, oh my God, a bunch of females went to space and la la la, whoop-de fucking do, right? And now there's a bunch of conspiracies going on that it wasn't even true. Like it was all fake, and I don't know about that. I don't know if I buy that bullshit. I'm pretty sure Bezos had enough money to rocket these skanks up to space for a while, whatever. Nobody really cares. But now they think they're all something special. Yeah, they think they're fucking astronauts and have literally changed the world and shit. Oh my God, this is insane. But let's hear what old twitchy Katy Perry has to say. She's another one that's been suffering from some weird face paralysis shit. But oh man, she makes a complete ass hat out of herself with this little gem right here. Roll the clip.
I hope they can see the unity that we modeled and replicate that and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space for the future. And for me, like Gayle said, this wasn't a ride, wasn't a destination. It was a journey, and it was a supernatural one. And my journey has always been about love and belonging. And I think that we have all felt that sometimes we weren't worthy or we didn't belong in certain ways, no matter all the accolades, no matter all the studying, no matter anything. And I think today we all said it, like, we belong here. Mm-hmm. This is where we belong, and we feel very sure of that. So I think that you'll never know the amount of love that you have inside of you to give and to receive until the day you launch, because you're leaving all the love behind and you're surrendering and you're hoping that you get another chance to love them again. And so when you come back down, you're like, oh, I get another chance and I'm going to do it.
Oh my God, now I'm crying. Okay.
You lose.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Oh, for Christ's sake, would you shut the fuck up? My God. So you're telling me every time I got on an airplane and flew 10,000 feet up in the air to another city, I'm literally changing the world, right? Because you were just a little bit higher than I was. So that makes you have the moral high ground. Is that right? You've got to be fucking kidding me, folks. Who cares? You took a literal dip to space real quick, and it wasn't even space. It was the outer edge of the atmosphere, where the satellites hang out. You're nothing special. You didn't walk on the moon. You didn't go to Mars. You didn't take a tour around to the next black hole. Shut the fuck up. Wow, these bitches think they're so fucking special. It's insane. And it gets worse, folks. It gets worse. Because not only did this dumb bitch have something stupid to say about it, but we also got another one here. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Here's the other insufferable bitch along with the crew. They got shot up into space for a whole 10 minutes and feels like they're some kind of fucking god. Ugh. Gayle King, gross. She's a anchor off of CBS News, crap broadcasting station. And of course, it's one of the networks that does nothing but anti-Trump rhetoric 24/7. And Gayle here is, shining light of that network, wouldn't you know it? Well, she's got something to say about all this bullshit going around, how she's not an astronaut. Yeah, she thinks she's an astronaut, so she's going to put you in her place. Let's roll the clip.
I don't like that people are calling it a ride. A ride, you never see a male astronaut who's going up in space and they said, oh, he took a ride. We actually duplicated the route that Alan Shepard did. That's why it's called, this particular capsule is called the New Shepard. We duplicated that route. No one said he took that ride. Yeah. It's always referred to as a flight or a journey. So I feel that that's a little disrespectful to what the mission was and what the work that Blue Origin does. We use space technology all the time, whether it's your GPS, whether it's your satellite. That doesn't just happen. Every time a flight goes up, they get some type of information. Two of the astronauts, I still have a hard time calling myself an astronaut, but two of the astronauts.
You lose.
And now another controversial episode of Pigs in Space.
My God, these entitled bitches are insufferable. All right, well, let's put it in perspective here, bitch. The astronaut that you mentioned actually walked on the moon, if I'm getting my facts straight here, which you did not do. And then I like how you try to twist the narrative that it wasn't a ride, that it's an actual flight. I'm sorry, was one of you bitches actually piloting the ship? Did you have the controls in your hands? No, you did not. You got put in a little can and floated around for 10 minutes and dropped back down. You did nothing. Nothing. All you did was sit in there. You are no better than the dog and the monkey that got shot into space. Now I'm going to get called a racist for referring to Gayle as a monkey. But it's true. It's absolutely true. You're nothing special. You're nothing to write home to mom about. Oh, wow, Gayle King, an astronaut. Fuck that. You are not an astronaut. Astronauts have to go through years and years of training in order to become a master of their craft as they go into space and pilot and have to deal with, possible imperfections and bad things that could happen while they're up there. Not you, though. Not you. You got put in a little tin can and got to float around for a couple minutes, and now all of a sudden you're something fucking special. No, you're not. No, you're not. And we ain't buying the bullshit. So never will I ever refer to you as an astronaut. And maybe an ass-hatronaut. Tuck and roll, you stupid bitch. All right, last but not least, we got a gem, folks. That's right. John Leguizamo, or however you say his fucking name. He's got something to say, of course. You can see it. Woo. Man, he ain't looking too good these days. Looking a little weathered, that's for sure. Boy, those Hollywood people really know how to do the makeup because, man, you look bad. But either way, he's famous for, he's had a few roles throughout the years. Notably, he was in the first couple John Wick movies. He plays the Sloth, I think, in Ice Age. And a couple other character parts throughout the years. But here he is having himself a nice little meltdown about Trump. This ought to be glorious. Go ahead and roll the clip.
Fund state-level resistance infrastructure. Don't just send postcards, send resources. Channel DNC funds into rapid response teams, legal defense coalitions, sanctuary networks, and digital security training. If the federal government is hijacked, build power underneath it. If the laws become tools of oppression, help people resist them legally, locally, and boldly. This is not campaign season. This is an authoritarian purge. Stop campaigning. Act like this is the end of democracy, because it is. We will remember the warriors come primaries. Fighting this regime should be your marketing strategy. And let's be clear, the reason the other side always seems 3 steps ahead is because they are. They're prepared for this. They infiltrated school boards, courts, local legislatures, and police unions. They built the machine while you wrote press releases. We're reacting. They've been executing a plan for years. It's time to shift from panic to blueprint. You should already be working with strategists and military minds on Project 2029, a coordinated long-term plan to build this country when the smoke clears. You should be publicly laying out the laws and amendments you'll pass to ensure this never happens again, the systems you'll tear down and the safeguards you'll enshrine, the plan to hold perpetrators of human atrocities accountable, the urgent commitment to immediately bring home those sold into slavery in El Salvador. You say you're the party of the people? Then show the people the plan.
You lose.
Hey, moron! Duh! Look at me! I'm the waterboard, dude!
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? How is a rich, pampered asshat like yourself think you have any kind of prowess or anything to say to the American people who have to bust their ass every day just to put food on the table while you get to go sit on a sky-rise skyscraper in the top 4-star restaurants having fucking lobster dinner every night? Go fuck yourself, John. We don't give a shit what you have to say. And you know what's really funny is everything he said there, he was basically talking about the Democratic Party. You know, it's funny that as I listened to it, I realized, wow, that's exactly what the fucking Democrats did. And we had to go out and kick some ass and put Trump back in office to fix it. And he's trying to, you know, switch the script here, flip it around on us. We ain't buying it, asshole. Well, how do they put it? Like when you point a finger at somebody, all the other fingers are pointing back at yourself. Well, this is a clear, perfect example of that. And John is no different. He's just like the rest of the pampered celebs that just want to keep their hands in their pockets full of money as they get to basically push you down below them because they feel like they are just better than thou, if you can tell. Oh, wow. And here he is trying to rile up people to get together because democracy is dead, blah, 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 blah. Bullshit. Anybody who knows any kind of facts will understand that you have to side with the Constitution. You have to side with the American amendments. And the most important amendments of all are freedom of speech, which I'm allowing you to do, even though you're saying something completely fucking stupid. And of course, the Second Amendment, which is our right to bear arms. Which political party attacks those two amendments the most? Go ahead, get it out. Yeah, you know, we all know which party comes after your First and Second Amendment rights. Just take a good look at what Canada's doing to their citizens with Facebook posts they don't agree with, or Britain trying to shut down the First Amendment, and they've already taken out the Second Amendment years ago. Now they're trying to, oh, it's so good. Even Britain's now trying to take knives away from people because taking away the guns didn't work, I guess. And now there's mass stabbings. Isn't that hilarious? You took away Britain's right to defend themselves, and now they're getting stabbed. So what's your answer? No, give them their rights back. Don't give them a possibility of protecting themselves with a firearm. No, take knives away. That'll fix it. Yeah, we got to take machetes away. What's next? Nail guns, chainsaws, hammers. Everybody's going to be eating with plastic sporks for the rest of their life in Britain here pretty soon. Oh, it's so sad and pathetic. And these assholes have no idea what they're talking about. They just spew the same rhetoric that their Hollywood elite rich buddies spew too. And it's ridiculous. Fuck off, John. You're a dumbass. And tuck and roll. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up this edition of Celebrity Meltdowns. Hope you had some fun. Hope you got a few laughs. Hope you enjoyed yourself. And I really appreciate y'all tuning in. Don't forget, I need you to smash that like button right there if you would, please. And, of course, I need you to hit that subscribe because I need all you Patriots to help hook up this channel. YouTube hates a puppet, hates what I have to say, so we have to grow this channel organically. So I need all of you to hit that subscribe button, maybe tell a friend, show them a great video, and if they're like-minded Patriots, they too might hit subscribe as well. And if you really want to support the channel, go ahead and hit that join button right there, become a member of the channel, really cool. You get to throw up some emojis, we give away free t-shirts, you get to see exclusive content before everybody else. It's pretty awesome stuff. And you can also maybe throw down a super thanks. right there in the comments. Just click that little $sign right there. Throw me a couple bucks. Really helps out the channel, and we definitely appreciate anything and everything you guys can do to support the cause. All right, guys. And last but not least, even if you can't do that, I still appreciate you guys tuning in, watching it, and definitely hitting that like button right there, and maybe giving it a share. And best of all, leave me an awesome comment below. All right, guys. Much love. Appreciate everything you guys do, and I'll catch you on the next one. Tuck and roll.
I'll catch you on the flip side.